told you I'm the modern day Roy Ayers, 757 in my veins. Virginia player attributes maxed out like cheat codes. You niggas dusty, you look dirty when you wear clean clothes. Timepiece from my pops, he passed it down to me. It's a fact, an artifact. He made sure I had the memories, cause the times we living in really something else. That's why I strive to make an impact while staying true to self. I'm back in rapper mode. I think that I'm snapping dough. It's a new era where these hoe niggas cap the most. Stay away from parasites, they always need a hoe. Keep an eye on enemies and keep your family close. So 70s, right with the melodies. This is just a document for my legacy. 1000 money post to make money, stack your cheddar cheese. You dig my literature, I'm sharing my philosophies. I don't know who he was, but he resembled Kevin Costner. He told me if I ever go to Maine, try the lobster. Maybe I will. I'd rather try that than to try to eat tilapia. Right, if you eat that, I'm not knocky. I'm not, it's just not for me though. I told you I'm the modern day Roy Ayers, 757 in my veins. Virginia player attributes maxed out like cheat codes. You niggas dusty, you look dirty when you wear clean clothes. Timepiece from my pops, he passed it down to me. It's a fact, an artifact. He made sure I had the memories, cause the times we living in really something else. That's why I strive to make an impact while staying true to self. I'm back in rapper mode. I think that I'm snapping dough. It's a new era where these hoe niggas cap the most. Stay away from parasites, they always need a hoe. Keep an eye on enemies and keep your family close. So 70s, right with the melodies. This is just a document for my legacy. 1000 money post to make money, stack your cheddar cheese. You dig my literature, I'm sharing my philosophies. I don't know who he was, but he resembled Kevin Costner. He told me if I ever go to Maine, try the lobster. Maybe I will. I'd rather try that than to try to eat tilapia. Right, if you eat that, I'm not knocky. I'm not, it's just not for me though. What's going on, y'all? Definitely had to set the mood for the live stream by playing some new tunes by Steph is Dope, aka yours truly. Yeah, that's 75 Ayers. Make sure you check that out on the music channel, the music YouTube channel by Steph is Dope, STEFFISDOPE. Like, share, subscribe. Lots more tunes on the way. Lots more tunes on the way. Yeah, that's just one of them. Shouts out to everybody that's been showing love on the video, watching it. I'm making sure that I have the lyrics up for you all. You know, when I do these videos, so y'all can actually not only hear it, but visually see what I am actually saying. Because, you know, again, it's just me sharing my thoughts, and when you writing at that moment, that's what's on, you know, that's what's being conveyed. So if you actually have that ability to hear a beat and it puts you in a certain, you know, thought process to just take off, then that's when you know you got a good organic song. So I definitely have fun writing that joint right there. You know, one of my favorites. I'm gonna do a reaction to it right quick. We can do a quick reaction. This is an open panel, by the way. I know certain areas of the world got some snow. Our area on the East Coast, we got some. So, you know, we snowed in. But it's a great day, though. It's a beautiful day, as a matter of fact. It's a beautiful day. Shouts out to Young Riaz in the building. What's going on, Young Riaz? Yeah, we can do a quick reaction. We can do that right quick. All right, let's go. All right, let's get into this reaction. All right. I told you I'm the modern day Roy Ayers, 757 in my veins, Virginia player. I told you I'm the modern day Roy Ayers. Roy Ayers, such an iconic figure when it came to that real spacey, atmospheric sound, ahead of his time, you know, mixed in with 70s funk and soul. You know, Roy Ayers has an amazing catalog. You know, somebody that's definitely made an impact on the soul music industry and just music in general. You know, as far as production, you know, a lot of producers like his body of work of what he's done in the 70s and before that, and even then he was just finding new ways to revolutionize his self and, you know, the product that he brought, and it was just so ahead of his time, man. You know, shouts out to Roy Ayers. And 757, you know, that's the area, you know, born and raised. Virginia player, we got a performing arts theater out here called the Hoorah Players. So that was just kind of a play on that whole situation, using some landmarks of where I'm from. So, you know, we got the Hoorah Players and, you know, Virginia, then we got the Virginia Theater. Like, so let's just put the Virginia in the player, and then on top of like Virginia player too, on some smooth stuff. So, you know, it's cooling, you know, but the attributes maxed out like I got cheat codes. When them cheat codes is on, run everything up, 99. Attributes maxed out like cheat codes. You niggas dusty, you look dirty when you wear clean clothes. That's a fact. Cats be dirty. Cats be dirty. Be talking. And be looking dirty when they got clean clothes on still. Cats be dirty. Timepiece from my pops, he passed it down to me. It's in fact an artifact. He made sure I had the memories, cause the times we living in really something else. That's why I strive to make an impact while staying true to self. I'm back in rapper mode. I think that I'm snapping dough. It's a new era where these whole niggas cap the most. It's definitely a new era where it's a lot of whole niggas capping the most. It is, man. And it's a shame, but that's what we living in. And shouts out to Pops, man, for giving me that structure, you know, growing up and, you know, having a hand in raising me. You know, it's very important for a young boy to have a father or a father figure in his life. You know, it goes a long way. You know, it brings structure to life. Facts. Stay away from parasites, they always need a host. Facts. Keep an eye on enemies and keep your family close. Facts. So 70s, right with the melodies. This is just a document for my legacy. 1000 money post to make money, stack your cheddar cheese. You dig my literature, I'm sharing my philosophies. I don't know who he was, but he resembled Kevin Costner. He told me if I ever go to Maine, try the lobster. Maybe I will. I'd rather try that than to try to eat tilapia. Right. If you eat that, I'm not knocking you. I'm not. It's just not for me though. Man, this stuff funny, man. 2025 is going to be a great year, y'all. What you say, Riaz? He said, could I come up? Yeah, I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link for you, man. Hold on. Just a second. Let me get the link. All right, hold on. All right. I'm gonna actually pin the link in the chat. That's what I'm gonna actually do. I'm gonna actually pin the link in the chat too. So anybody can come up that's watching the show. This is an open panel. That's what I'm actually doing. We snowed in. Pin the link in the chat too. We snowed in. We chilling. Just Jay, what's up, man? What's going on, Just Jay? Shouts out to you.
Factuals.
Shouts out to Young Riaz.
Factuals.
Shouts out to this triple berry margarita.
Factuals.
Yeah. Delicious. Oh, wait, let me All right, it's an open link, so anybody can join the panel as well. We snowed in. We live. We're just kicking it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me see something. Shouts out to Charles Adderley.
Factuals.
What's good, bro? Young Riaz in the building.
Hey, what up?
What's going on with it?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just chilling out.
Yeah, man. Just chilling out, bro. What's the word, though? What's the line?
I mean, pretty much that song is good to have your own style, though, to be honest. You're more in that real rap type of thing. So, yeah, that's your type of style anyway. So, basically, to me, like, one of my favorite artists, his name's Young Teflon. No, for him, he's been on his wave since '08. But he actually started in '05. And for him, he used to do grime, but he switched to rap instead. And for him, he's been staying in his own unique style, and he stuck with that type of style for a long time until recently, where he's just doing the real rap thing. So for him, he's more like in the middle generation type of thing, where he's basically in the shadow. Like, he's a legend, but at the same time, for him, like his generation with guys like Gig, Skepta, and all them guys, he's basically in their shadow, but at the same time, the youth as well. They know him and they respect him, but they don't really connect with it like that. He's more in the middle. He's the UK equivalent to J. Cole in a way. Tef is more equivalent to J. Cole in that way. Young Teflon, he's more equivalent to J. Cole, because both of them are like middle generation type of thing. Which the only difference is the Tef. With Cole, he used that middle top thing to his benefit and became popular. With Tef, he just stayed in his own type of lane and he did what he did. He's not really too underground and he's not too mainstream, so he's just in his own established lane.
Yeah, I gotta check out some of his music. Yeah, I never heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah, appreciate that reference. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out some of that. Like, I listen to some of the UK a little bit, but I'm gonna start, expanding out and listening to, other material out there as far as different genres and stuff. But yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good idea. I get the analogy as well. I get what you're saying. No, basically, first song I suggest to you, very old song though. It's called "What Up," but basically, how you spell what? But basically, you spell it with an OT. What up though? So basically, that song called "What Up." So it's like very old though. It's an old song he used to do. He said that like when he made his first mixtape, Tef London, basically with him. He said he was doing a grime artist spin over a rap beat type thing because he started off in the grime scene first, then he went over to rap instead. So Teflon, no, young Teflon, he's basically been doing this thing since '05. So he's like an OG in a way, but he's just doing his own thing. And with him, he's got his own very loyal fan base though that will always support him. His own
And
very
that's a fact that I
loyal
like
fan
about him.
base
He's
though that
always
will
real
always
though.
support clearly
And
give his
his
opinion
own
on
very
things. But I'm
loyal
really
fan.
honest though, like he says that like with UK Grand versus UK rap type of thing, for me, like when he was saying, I think 2014, when he was saying it was like kind of like he made a freestyle called Grime is Dead in a way, because he was saying, look, I mean, to me, it's kind of dead because it's not really the same way. But at the same time, like, you're an artist, you got the grandmas that are crossing over and doing that. And he was like, okay, you know what? If you're going to be like that, I'm just going to name this freestyle Grime is Dead. But it's not really like that,
which
It's
is
like that
smart to
kind of
do.
base,
And
yeah.
people like the controversial titles like that. So that was a smart marketing move.
Yeah, when he made the first Grime is Dead freestyle, that literally got the attention of an OG, you know, Grime MC called Deneo. So basically, then both of them, you know, they rapped over that song together later on. They created a new song using an instrumental,
Hmm.
and from there, it was called Oi Me. And from there, both of them, you know, like literally made it like that. So by 2014, Graham did return though. It was just that like what he was referring to during that period though. Of course, I can understand how he feels because he was
Hmm.
saying that look, I was in that era and look, the beats aren't really the same and have yes the fashion culture and musically, yeah, okay, culture is culture, man. It's just that the musically the genre though, felt dead in a way.
Shouts out to Lisa Queen B in the building.
Factuals.
What's good,
Yeah.
Lise? Yeah, but yeah, man. But that'd be genius moves every time though when you got them controversial titles and stuff, and you actually got a skill. It's definitely dope. It's definitely dope,
Yeah,
man. And that
that's
particular
almost like
song right
mad.
there, I actually wrote. I want to say like last week, and I actually shot that video right there today. I shot
Ooh,
that
okay.
today.
That's good. That's good. I see what you mean with the controversial title and everything like that. And you're staying in your own type of lane and stuff like that. This is what kind of Tef kind of did. He stayed in his own lane like that, and people kind of respected him for it. Said he got all his money from rap though.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he used to do the street rap, but he got all his money from rap, though. And basically, if the feds stop him over, he said nowadays they're in his neighborhood. If the feds stop him, like, them feds are young now, so they probably know him because they grew up with him, so they'll just let him go.
Yeah, man. And what I'm noticing now is just really about putting out the content, putting out the material, because you just never know how far it goes. Just by putting out the
Mhm.
material.
Yeah, of course, I agree with you, So, yeah, I get, look, I love Grindr, but the thing is, though, like, yeah, I mean, mainstream magic's kind of dead in a way, and I'm not saying it's dead. It just kind of feels like that. Because, you get guys like that in the lowest level of the scene who are literally bitter. They're failed MCs, though, who literally 30 to 40-year-old men with children, and they hate on young kids, though. And these young guys, they're literally feel like, look, why am I wasting my time doing this when I can do something else that will get me money and establish me a bigger name out of the scene? I ain't hating on it. I love it, but at the same time, I have to be honest, there's a lot. Have to be honest though. And even Skepta has literally spoken about this though. Literally, he
Hmm.
spoke out about this.
And shouts out to the chat. Shouts out to Halima. Halima in the building.
Factuals.
Shouts out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Shout outs to Halima in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Queen B.
Yeah. I get it though, because to me, like, look, I mean, I get you get your OGs and you get your young guys doing it, but like, if you actually, they youth dictate their culture, because the difference between me and them is my generation grew up with the grand sound, so of course we're gonna support it. Some of these young guys, they listen, but at the same time, they don't feel like they want to, and if because they didn't grow up like that. Like pretty much mine is like proper take care because that's our childhood sound. For them, it's just something like something old because what they see is the way they perceive it. It's like an old man's game, though. Because respectfully to me, it's like some of the top MCs though are like basically guys who are like 30, 40-year-old men or something like that. That's why some of these young guys view it as that because they can't connect or relate because that's the problem as well. Like, look, as much as I love the sound, at the same time, you have to be really honest, though.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely got to be honest. And to answer your question, Halima, this is a triple berry margarita. Triple berry margarita on a good Wednesday. And we chilling. We snowed in. Young Riaz pulled up to the panel. We just chilling and appreciate everybody that's watching right now. We really relax right now. Triple berry margarita. Shh. Cooling.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing that I think is important when it comes to like just writing and or just making music in general is the actual writing process. And what I think with my videos that I'm gonna do on forward is make sure I have captions at the bottom of them so people can follow the actual lyrics to know what's actually being said because I think that's important when people can actually follow the music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you on the lyrics part, of course, like when you write in it and everything, a lot of process as well. And sometimes though you get writer's block though, because you say so much to the point where like, sometimes if you try to come up with something, it just kind of stops you there though. So I get you on that.
Yeah, man. I think that's really important. That's what make the song like and especially if you're able to craft the song in a certain way that you're able to get all the thoughts off that you have for that particular topic you're writing about. You're able to craft it in a way that it still flows. The rhyme patterns, some of the rhyme schemes, some of the punchlines you might want to arrange a certain way that is still effective, even by the way you might format it. And that's a lot of things that actually went into the whole writing process for this particular song right here. So it was dope. It was really dope to be able to make that song.
Of course. I also think it's not just the writing process, it's also the beat you chose as well. Because it's the beat and vibe as well. Yes, you can have great lyrics, and it's also like some people also like to hear a beat as well. People who listen lyrics, of course, no doubt though. But also you have to have a good beat as well. Because the beat as well is like the first introduction to the song as well, and how they literally feel it and when they listen to it because that's how you start the song with a beat. If they don't think the beat is hitting right, I mean, it's not for everyone. I get it, but I'm saying no. Like if the beat don't really feel that good, then that pretty much will pretty much that's how most people judge nowadays. That's just how I think, though. I don't think like that, but that's just how some people actually judge, though. They'll go off the beat first, though, and then they'll listen everything afterwards because it's their first introduction to hearing everything.
Yeah, yeah. Beat selection is very important. Beat selection is definitely very important. Just Jay said, "Oh, so she said, Real chill. Definitely chill. Relaxed for real. I hope everybody that's watching right now just relaxing and chilling. Open panel. The link is pinned in the chat. If you'd like to be a panelist on this live stream, please feel free to hit the link and share your thoughts as well. What y'all sipping on? What y'all got going on? Cucumber vodka. Okay, that sounds like a fresh drink. Real fresh drink.
Yeah, I get it though. But I actually really, so to me as well, yeah, that's the time the song is. The song is kind of good in a way because you actually put in the work as well. That's what I kind of admire as well though. Just like with my favorite artist, Young Teflon, with him, no, to be honest, it's not just his beats or his wordplay or how he writes everything. It's how he's managed to do this longevity thing and how far he grew though from '08 all the way now, and how he basically he still stayed in his own lane with his loyal fan base though, and he stayed on that road rap wave to the end. And then when he did the real rap thing though with the trap beats as well, like he understood like time would change and you have to evolve and everything like that. But he still kept what made people actually like him. So he's keeping his old fans, but he's bringing in newer fans too. So that's kind of admirable for him to have that longevity.
Yeah, man, that's what it's about. It's about that longevity for sure. You know what I'm saying? And, when it comes to, you know, people putting together their whole body of work and, that's your legacy. That's what you want to leave behind. So definitely, definitely longevity is important. Shouts out to
Hmm.
the chat, man. Shouts out to
Yeah,
y'all in the chat.
I agree. It's not just longevity. I also think it's consistency as well. You can drop a lot of hits and with no skip. Yeah, you'll get some that isn't good, but that's just what I can. That's what people say about Tef though as well. With Tef, he basically has that type of thing where he won't really drop really anything bad though. You know. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I'm saying to me though, and many of his friends, they say, he won't. He's got like that type of thing where he won't drop anything bad though. Like he drops really good stuff, and he's very consistent.
Mm. So are you still writing music or you done?
Nah, I'm kind of done now. I just basically freestyle sometimes, though.
Mm.
I just don't want to do it right now. I just basically like to talk over music, though. So what I do is I take some clips and I put voiceover and give small commentary in the beginning. Let the clip play, and you'll see, what I'm doing. So I kind of changed up my style now, basically. It's kind of like voiceover type content, though, because I feel like that's better for me because I feel like it's kind of creative type thing. That's what I like to do. Before I used to perform others' lyrics, but then I decided, okay, why not just change it up and just reinvent?
Yeah, reinventing is good too. Reinventing is always good because things is constantly always changing. So being able to reinvent, that's always great. I
Yeah.
admire a lot of artists that take that time to reinvent themselves and they end up being prolific for doing so. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. I
reinvent
agree
is
though.
good.
Just like for me, for example, like Getz as well, like how Getz literally reinvented himself. When he was younger, he was a street guy though. He was wild though. He had like a wild personality. And when he did his music thing, he had the dual personality. When he was ghetto, he was basically wild, he was savage, he was, unhinged though in a way. And when he's more calm, mature, and more deep, and he did the dual personality thing. When he got older and also when he started making money though, that's when he started to change up his image a bit. And for him, it's like he was really talented and everyone knew that. Before he used to be in the shadow of everyone else. Now recently though, he stepped out of that shadow because when you're so talented, sometimes though you'll always be in the shadow of your peers until people actually, you know, time will come to actually literally step out of that shadow.
Yeah, That's true. You just gotta go out there and just take a chance on self. And
Mm-hmm.
to answer your question, Halima, yes, I actually do produce just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, I worked with FL Studio a little bit um, for a few years, but then I took some time off. So now I'm trying to slowly but gradually work my way back to learning the plugins on FL Studio. I don't really want to go get a MIDI controller, but I might have to go end up getting one if I get too knee deep into liking it again. Because right now I'm just in a music mode, so I'm a C, but right now I'm super inspired. Got a lot of things to write about. So yeah, yeah, definitely on definitely in my producer bag. Outside of just the music too, and with the videos too. Like I got a lot of great ideas for a few treatments that I want to do. So, but as far as the music, yeah, I'm getting back into it, and yeah, so the producer thing is definitely right there. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
That was kind of cool. So both artists and producer, I get it as well. You know, some people, some artists, though, it's also interesting about them is they're the producer, the DJ, and the artist all at the same time, though. That's kind of unique.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, appreciate that. Like, and being able to, have that. I'll just say that gift, man. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's just a way for you to become resourceful, and a lot of people never actually realize their true potential and don't want to at least make an attempt towards it or anything that's set out for them. And it's a shame because you should never want to squander your blessings away. And when you
Yeah,
realize you know what you have, life becomes that much easier for you.
right, right. I agree with you there. That's just how I feel about young Kevin as well to me. But that's just what he kind. It's not like he does that type of thing, but with him, like that longevity he got, that kind of makes him like a national treasure no matter what. Cause he's always gonna. It's like something that like he's always gonna be a part of something you'll always admire though, no matter what. The people actually know about him and they respect him, but he's not too underground and he's not too mainstream. So people know about him. He's like in a good middle ground where he's comfortable and he's got longevity and he's making money. So I can respect that. And he's got distribution as well. So he's been independent his whole career, but he's been doing the distribution type of thing.
Hmm. Um, hold on. Halima asks, which artists, producers inspire you? Right now, been listening to, well, always was listening to Dom Kennedy, which he was a person that, just decided to start his own independent label and put everything he had into himself and just took a chance, and it ended up being a great deal, being something just the most lucrative, the most successful, the most resourceful um, way he could be by making a decision like that. Of course, I listen to Currency. Currency being, one of my favorite rappers, just from seeing his climb in the hip hop game, and how he had a lot of trials and tribulations, and he still ended up being a legend in the game. Again, to me,
Oh, okay.
underground legend.
Interesting. That's gonna ask you this as well. Is there a tendency he's kind of like that middle type of generation type of thing where people know him, they respect him, and he's a legend, but at the same time, he's always gonna be in the shadow.
Yeah, and that's the best way to be. Doing your thing, staying out of the way, and making good music and doing the music for you that you want to do, and not
Of
geared
course.
towards what somebody wants you to do. Is actually music from you, which is going to be that much better because you're enjoying making the music.
Yeah,
Producers.
I agree with you. Yeah, I get what you mean, though. like
Yeah.
with Tesla as well, like young Tesla as well. Is that's my favorite artist there at the moment. Because to me, I just like his storytelling in it as well. He's like very
Mm-hmm.
deep as well. He's also matured though a lot. Like with his age, he's gotten older. He's learned things as well. So I just admire his maturity and how real he is, and
Yeah.
people actually know about him and respect him. So when he does his interviews and everything like that, he'll literally tell how it is though, and he'll be honest about where his roots was. He says, "Look, I am from grime and I love it though, but at the same time, this is the issues that go on in the grime scene. But at the same time, that's
Mm-hmm.
just how it is." Because he's like an OG, and he's from Brixton as well. So he's from South London, no? And for him, he came up in the early 2000s, 2005 during grime. And when he switched to rap, though, he said he used to rap. He used to do rap before, though, long time ago. He used to just rap on American stuff, and that's just what he used to do. He just did grime because when he was inspired by when he saw like Disney Rasta and stuff like that. That's what made Tef do grime though, because Disney was the one that made him do grime.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And as far as like I'll say for me, producers, I gotta say the Neptunes. I gotta say the home team. You know, Virginia, we got legends. Uh Timberland, I know, like I said, the Neptunes, Timberland, Missy Elliott. Uh, that just to start right there. You know, even if you would like to say Teddy Riley, you know, Teddy Riley was pretty much the person, the pioneer that found some of the legends that the industry knows today. So I definitely got to make sure I have the OG producers up
interesting.
there. Um,
Okay.
Alchemist,
Yeah.
Alchemist is another one. Um,
Okay. That's
man,
cool.
I got a few of them. Alchemist. I like DJ Mustard too. DJ Mustard's dope. I like DJ Mustard.
Okay.
Um,
That's cool.
it's a few. It's so many producers out there like that.
I
I
know.
just can just sit there and just listen to their beats, and they all like tell stories. Right away as soon as I hear them. I like the old Kanye West. I still listen to like College Dropout. I still listen to Kanye West's old material. I listen to some of his new material, but mostly some of the old material from Kanye, like the early works of Kanye West when he was doing some work with Common, Talib Kweli, um, when he was doing stuff with Slum Village and Bow Lao.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, okay, that's interesting. No, but as I found out as well, like I remember one time, like I went to him, he actually reacted to Uncle Murder's rap up. I actually found out Uncle Murder's got like a song with Gigs now, though. So Gigs is like really making, his mark, not just in the UK, international. Gigs is making his mark in America as well. Like he's got some American collabs, and Gigs and Uncle Murder is like perfect for each other because Gigs style though, like he's like real, and he's got that background as well. And and I actually that's kind of cool though actually.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's just and it makes it that much more inspirational when you have people from your surrounding area that was able to make a way and also be an example through their works and stuff. And like I
Yeah.
said, I got the OGs,
Okay.
Pusha T,
Okay.
Stephen Edwards. Shouts out to Stephen Edwards, Pusha
Okay.
T.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. I mean, no, look, Push is alright. It's just that to me, he's not my type of artist that I'd listen to. It's not that I won't listen to him. It's just the beat he kind of chooses as well. Like, it's not about what he says. What he says is fine. It's just the beats he chooses sometimes. It's just that, look, I mean, look, you can write some good stuff. It's just that, like, how you like beat selection as well, when I was mentioning that. I think beat selection is also important as well. So you have to have a combination of both good writing and good beat selection, and that will actually keep the listener's attention. Because some people, you know, before they hear the lyrics, if they like the beat first, they'll continue listening. If they don't, they'll click off. That's just how basically listeners are, though, basically, most people are, though. Not like how we judge quickly, though. That's just how we're understanding how listeners are, because they want to listen, because that's just how it is. The beat will always be the first introduction before you go for the lyrics, though, because instrumentals is important.
No, I agree. 100%. Beat selection is important. Definitely agree. Um, Instruments. I played the viola before. I actually played the viola. Um, of course, like first actually, yeah, I'll say the viola. That's the only instrument I played was the viola.
Okay.
I was okay. I wasn't the best, but I made it do what it do. But definitely played the viola. I wanted to play. I want to some one of these days a lot sometime to learn the drums and actual piano. I want to learn actual piano. But the only instrument I actually played was the viola.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. When yeah, very interesting. So to me as well, 'cause I really rate Gigs for that. Like Gigs working with Uncle Meta, like he's literally making it for the UK as well. Because Gigs, what he did though back in '07, he did this road rap genre that literally changed the entire UK back in the day. Because the grime was slowly being over commercialized, and you know the fans though back in the day were just like, nah, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to reject that. Because when you actually over commercialize the sound, it actually waters it though, and the fans will actually really love it though. At the same time though, they don't really connect to it. And Giggs understood that kind of thing that was going on with the grime scene at the time. So he brought in this road rap sound that blends grime, but also blends the American gangster rap sound. So he blends both of them, and when he actually made it laid back, though, everyone else noticed it. In South London, in Peckham, both Peckham and Brixton literally took over with that sound in the 2000s, and from there, you know, gigs sound more like that was the rise of gigs, though. When gigs was rising, that was the rise of road rap because it's inner city youth wanna connect to that because okay, look, okay, it's fine if the sound is going where it's going now, and it's once they get to a place of commercializing, they can't over commercialize it because the original fans are basically inner city youth will lose interest or they don't feel they connect to it because you can't forget about your core, but at the same time you have to evolve.
Yeah, definitely got to evolve. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's about growth. That's what I was saying in the live stream earlier when I was speaking. Like, you definitely got to evolve. Definitely got to always find new ways to reinvent yourself. Shouts out to SBK.
Factuals.
What's good, bro? Appreciate you pulling up to the live stream.
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, by evolve. Yeah, I get it. At the same time, okay, that's fine. These glam guys want to keep their foundation, but at the same time, some of these OGs don't understand. Though, is okay. Look, whatever worked in your time, that was for your time. That's fine. You want to keep what the foundation is, but at the same time, let these younger guys basically experiment with the grime sound, no, and basically, evolve it in a different way, you know, because look, at the same time, if they, because not some people are just, some younger guys, they're not going to really connect with the grime sound as I do, though, because that's my generation. Second wave is my first and second wave is my type of generation as well. So these younger guys, though, who are younger than me, always, won't feel the way I feel about it. Because for them, okay, they'll see the culture and they'll like it, but at the same time, they'll come up, but at the same time, they just don't feel they gotta stay for too long. because it's just not resonating. That's why grime is in the way it is in the underground again, because the youth dictate the culture, and when if the younger people don't feel they're connected to the sound, then people gonna feel from the outside looking in the scene is dead. Like you get younger people who still do it, but you get older guys who do it. But from the mainstream perspective, though, they view it as dead. That's just how I kind of take away from it. To be honest, that's kind of the problem sometimes.
Yeah, I can understand that. That makes sense. That definitely
Yeah.
makes
So.
sense. You say you played
Mhm.
the flute in middle school, Halima? Yeah, you know what? I do remember playing the flute in middle school. They had us actually learning how to play hot cross buns, something like hot cross buns, hot cross buns. Like that, that was one of the main songs. I remember them having us play in middle school, which that was short lived, And I actually remember, when we actually was playing those different songs and stuff. But that was one of them that I do remember. So yeah, I definitely remember playing the flute in middle school. They had them little plastic flutes. Shouts out to SBK. Yeah, they. I remember that. Appreciate that, Charles.
Mm,
Yeah, man. I
yeah.
gotta actually, brush up on my viola skills. It's been a while.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go
That's
live and just start playing the
that's
viola.
Okay, cool. I guess we're gonna ask this as well. Do you also sometimes find it hard though? That basic, with some artists as well, like look, even when they evolve, some of their fans they'll literally tell them, why don't you just go back to your old self though? Like bring back some of the bring back at least like a little bit of the older version of yourself, even though you've evolved, but they want the old version of you to come back. Okay, I get it though. People evolve and change, but at the same time, some people actually want the old version of them though, and that's kind of hard though for some people though, because like people like the old version of the artist, but at the same time, the artist is not living that life no more.
Yeah, and Tyler the Creator said a great quote. He said, "If you like the old Tyler, then go listen to the old Tyler." That's why I did that body of work. For people that appreciate that, I did enough of that work for you to appreciate that as a collective. Every now and again, as an artist, you'll be able to tap into, a certain mode you used to get into when you was creating and making certain songs that people liked. But for the most part, if you're doing music that's for you, you're gonna go with that, especially having that creative control. So as an
Right.
artist, that is definitely important.
Of course, I agree with you. Just like basically when I said with Nance one time, no, like basically people wanted the old Nance, but he said, "Look, I'm not that 22 or 23-year old, basically, hustling industry as I was doing it as much though. I'm not like that guy no more. Basically, I'm much older. I'm different. I'm trying to move different though. But his fans want the old version of him." You can bring back the old version of you, and the old production style, can be brought back, but so you blend it into your new stuff. That actually kind of works though for some people. They found a way to bring the old them, but they bring it in with their newer self, and they just mix it together. That's kind of, some people actually manage to do that.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact for sure. Yes, definitely a plastic flute. It was a flute that had maybe eight eight holes on it. I don't know. It was a plastic flute, and they made sure that We had one. We had to buy. I think we had to buy them. I think we had to buy them. I never officially learned how to play an actual flute, like the actual flutes that they have in bands and stuff like that. No, this was some little rinky dink plastic middle school type flute where
Okay.
they just pretty much gave you an extracurricular activity to do and grade you basically.
Okay.
But it was fun. Like I said, we did the one song. We did a few songs, but that was one of the songs I do remember. But as far as like actual instruments, the viola, and I think that's about it. Yeah, the viola.
With that boss, like when I said about that point, is like when, even when an artist evolves, the people want the older version when you're singing right there, actually. That, and some people don't manage to get through it though, but also some people do struggle with that pressure though, because they literally get pressure to live up to their older self, even though when they've changed. Because sometimes, when you actually do so well in your older version, no, your older body of work, when you do so amazing and you're so talented, then sometimes though, when you make something new, it's gonna be hard to live up to that success.
Yeah, it is. But we gotta remember too, success is what you make it. We can't
Mm-hmm.
measure our level of success with how somebody else look at success. Now, yes, people do reach a certain amount as far as like a song reach a certain amount of success, and then they try to chase that particular song or so. Yes, that is difficult. I agree with that. But for the most part, man, everything is momentum and about moments. So
I agree, though.
we
No
just
doubt.
gotta you just gotta continue to do music, you know, from your heart and your mind, and standing on your business, and again just being a creative. It's
Yeah.
always going to be that one song, it's always going to be that one body of work that people are like, and that's something that I look at as it's something that's going to cement you in whatever it is that you're doing, if you're able to produce such a great body of work that people can remember. Because we got to remember, we're in a era of people with a short attention span. So if you're able to produce something that people can remember whenever your name is mentioned, then you have something good. You made an impact. So people's we got to measure our own line of success. That's how I
Of
look at
course.
it.
Okay, I mean, I can agree to that. That makes sense, though, actually. Success is what you make it. But, I'm saying, everyone handles it differently. I'm just saying, I know how you handle it, and some people handle it. They do really well. But I'm talking about, some people, right? You get some people who, you know, like when about your point, some people, though, don't really, what you're saying, of course you are, but you know what I mean, though. You get some people though who who couldn't though. And I'm not saying like that in a bad way, but you know what I mean, though, right? You get some people who are like that. You know, they made success is what it made them, but at the same time they worked so hard to the point that no matter what they did, they could never live up. Some people though, because everyone's different.
Yeah, yeah. We all are definitely different. That's why it's imperative that you exercise your free will daily. It's important. It's very important that you exercise free will, have your own independent thought, be your own creative. And of
Mhm.
course, success is going to come, but it's how you measure it.
Yeah, I agree though. Like pretty much like Giggs is being told to go back to his old self, but he's not the same guy though who used to be in the street. He's not living that life no more. He's rich though, and his old production style is different though. Like basically his old production style, the beats he used to use back in the day, the road rap sound with gigs. No one really uses that nowadays. Okay, look, you get influences there, like it lives on through other genres though. However, wherever he used back in the day, it's not gonna. be used nowadays. So he's understanding what the climate is, he's understanding what the culture and climate is. So that's why he has to use trap beats though as well. Um, so like really like trying to adapt to the time like that. He's found a way to be successful as he is, but he just gigs is literally understanding of what the culture and climate is and what type of beats people are using. Because what he used to use back in the day, no one's really using that nowadays. Because that sound is kind of phased out, as that type of scene and sound is kind of phased out. Okay, it still lives on as a nostalgia sound where people go back and listen, but as in like using it now, they don't really use it like that. So
Oh, definitely. Shout out to Roll Rich.
Factuals.
Yeah, definitely got to use a trap beat. You have to, cause see the thing about trap beats is that you don't
it's
have to have
catchy.
so many different. You don't have to say but so many words to, write out an actual bar. But you definitely have to have the ability to rhyme over a trap beat. Now that we're coming into a new era, not per se a new genre, because I'm pretty sure this genre has been around for years because every area
I
has
have
their
the
own
Afro
style of music
beats.
and stuff. But now
Ah,
the era we're in, the
Afro
Detroit
beats.
style is like a style that you have to be able to have in your bag as well. And
Okay.
I definitely like the Detroit style of rap. The Detroit style of rap is fire.
I get you on that, though. That makes sense. But I like okay, that's understandable. That's what you like. For me, I like the UK sound because that's just how I sound. It's not just because the where I'm from. I just like the guys and how talented they are. Okay, you know, I get what you mean. The Detroit sound, of course, you know, that's how it is. The Detroit sound is nice. But, so some people actually jumping on Afro beats themselves. I clearly get some guys from the UK jumping on the Afro beat sound. Because the Afro beat sound is popular though it's Afro beats is a very popular type of music though, and it's uplifting though. So some people, might want to experiment with that,
Oh yeah, for
and they
sure,
take on
for sure. The
Afro
UK
beats is
drill is fire. UK drill is
good,
always gonna be fire. That's one.
but
That's a genre
of
that's
course.
definitely gonna always be fire.
Of course, but you know what? To be honest, though, the authentic UK drill won't make money, though. To be honest, though, like, I mean, literally authentic. Basically 2012 to 2020 type of sound, the old sound, though, the old UK drill. Though, when you go back looking at the UK drill sound like long time ago, and basically that sound is not gonna be really used anymore, though. They, like okay, yeah, the beat is gonna always be fire and lit. But to be honest though, like I feel like UK drill's kind of dead in a way. And I'm not saying like basically, oh, I might listen to, of course, why not? But I feel like it's kind of dead though, because it's not gonna be the way it was before. Like how authentic it was though, and how real and uncensored it was. Now it's just like basically, it's too commercialized though. It's like the grime thing, but to be honest, like with grime, it's like UK grime is like the type of sound you can never over commercialize. You can make it commercial, but you can't over commercialize it, and it has to be in its raw, authentic form. I understand though how you can just move past its roots, but I just feel like the beats now though, this doesn't feel the same as it used to be.
Yeah. We got for everybody that just joining in. Young Riaz is on the panel. We discussing the climate of music. I don't know if anybody heard the song. I'm gonna try to pull it up.
Okay.
See if I can pull it up right quick. Hold on. See if I can let everybody be able to. Let me see. Give me just a second. See if we can pull it up. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Uh, Give me just a second, y'all.
Yeah, I agree though. I pretty much already have something. I just saw everyone else does. Well, yeah, because UK drill will be fire though. I mean, I like the authentic. I don't mind UK drill. I'll listen to it from time to time. I just don't feel like it's the same as it used to be. The numbers don't really show it like that, to be honest though. The realistic manner. And also, like how people just view it now though, like they kind of, it's not. I think the fact is, I feel like it's like, okay, look, sampling is
I
one
told
thing,
you on
but
the
you know,
mod.
like how sometimes I feel like the way they sampled it is kind of incorrectly though. Okay, you can sample a song, no problem, but it's just the way you do it though. I mean, sampling a song is okay, but if you know how to do it properly, and I feel like some UK drill producers though don't really use sampling in a correct way, you know?
Right.
They don't use it correctly.
Right.
They don't. Yeah, and also I think to some people though, they feel UK drills that is over commercialization, the samplings, make some major artists going to jail though, and I think basically culture's changing, climate's changing, and also the authenticness is kind of phasing out. Like they know that authentic UK drill doesn't make money though. That's just have to be really honest. As much as I like it, I also have to admit, authentic UK drill though will not make money. So that's just why they kind of shifted it. It's like by 2020 they became mainstream. When they no, I mean 2019 they went mainstream, and 2020 is when they went commercial type of thing. I don't mind that. That's kind of cool. I get that. But I think by 2024, I feel like the sound is kind of dying out.
Yeah. I can see what you mean when you've been listening to a genre so long and it starts changing before your eyes. All right, y'all. So for those that haven't seen this video, we're going to go on to playback one more time.
Also, basically the variety too. You know what I mean? Like basically yeah, I mean like from the before UK drill went commercial and stuff like that. Basically, UK used to be very diverse sounds. You had different type of sounds and stuff like that. You had grime, you had the garage sound, and you had Afro swing, everything like that. So that's just how I felt like, like basically, when you over flood the market with the same type of sound over and over, people are slowly starting to feel it's kind of dying now.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that. All right, for everybody that haven't seen this yet, I'm going to play this one more time. This is called 75 Ayers. The video dropped today. Make sure you sub up to the YouTube music channel. Steph is Dope. STEFFISDOPE. New joint right here, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below this video. And also let me know what you think on the actual channel as well. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting. Let's check this joint out, man. I told you I'm the modern day Roy Ayers, 757 in my veins. Virginia player attributes maxed out like cheat codes. You niggas dusty, you look dirty when you wear clean clothes. Timepiece from my pops, he passed it down to me. It's in fact an artifact, he made sure I had the memories, cause the times we living in really something else. That's why I strive to make an impact while staying true to self. I'm back in rapper mode, I think that I'm snapping dough. It's a new era where these hoe niggas cap the most. Stay away from parasites, they always need a hoe. Keep an eye on enemies and keep your family close. So 70s, right with the melodies. This is just a document for my legacy. 1000 money post to make money, stack your cheddar cheese. You dig my literature, I'm sharing my philosophies. I don't know who he was, but he resembled Kevin Costner. He told me if I ever go to Maine, try the lobster. Maybe I will. I'd rather try that than to try to eat tilapia. Right. If you eat that, I'm not knocking you. I'm not. It's just not for me though. Yeah, man. That stuff is dope. 7-5 Ayers on my YouTube music channel. Stuff is dope. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave me a comment on the video you like. And share your thoughts as well in the comments. Appreciate everybody that's in attendance right now. We just rocking out, chilling. Young Riaz on the panel. Cooling, man. Snowed in. Chill little live stream right here. Definitely wanted to make sure I open up the airways for an open panel for a live stream again. Feel free to hit the link if you disagree with any of my content, or it's you can resonate with some of the content. Let me know down in the comment section below, or hit the link as well. Share your thoughts, just as Young Riaz is doing right now.
Of course, I agree with you, man. Also, I pay much attention. You got a guy named Russ Millions, though, with him. Like, he's, like, known for making hits, though. He's smart, though, for basically making, like, hits-based music for dancing and stuff like that. He's smart, dropping once in a while, or, like, basically just dropping singles. He's dropped a tape as well and stuff like that. He's got a deep story as well, but it's just like basically people just mostly know him for making music you can dance to, and he's smart for that, being rich though. There's a song called Gunlean, so when he made that song though, that literally blew him up though, because that was the song that literally made him commercial, and everyone was dancing. And also expanding into Europe, and market as well. So yeah, I get you on the UK drill sound will still be cool and stuff like that. It's just that to me and to other people, but I just kind of feel like the sound is kind of dying now, because it's kind of like dying now, like slowly. Like when you see the numbers as well. I mean, numbers isn't almost everything. If you do what you want, you do what you like. But you also have to understand as well how basically your listener and your consumer also basically view your numbers as well. Because if you have you're a big name, but at the same time, your numbers is kind of getting low. That's just how, newer listeners will look at it. I don't mind though, but I'm just seeing how other people view things when they see the numbers that they're noticing what type of stuff. Because cultural climate will change. Because I see what I notice mostly now is mostly some of those UK drill artists though are mostly switching over to more of a real rap sound. So you got guys like Lowski as well, who's basically doing real rap though. But basically it's like a trap beat type thing, but they're basically being a bit more real and they're telling more of a deeper story. And you got like Digga D, who did like the 50 Cent sound, where he basically made the song Pump 101, which is a song based, inspired by Stunt 101. So, yeah.
Yeah, Stunt 101 is a classic. I like Stunt 101. It's a
Yeah,
straight up throwback. 2002 was a good era for music.
of course. Yeah,
Or was it
but that's a
2004? I can't
classic.
remember.
There's a UK artist named Digga D. He made a song called Pump 101.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. And just the evolution of music, bro, and how
I
things
know.
constantly change. You just gotta love it.
Yeah, I know. That's just how it is. I think most UK drill artists, though, like the big names, though, are switching over to a real rap sound, or some of them are doing like Afrobeat sound, though, as well. Afrobeats type of sound. The sound, like guys like Rema and all them, though, and basically they're taking over the charts as well, and then a lot of younger people listen to Afrobeats, though. So that like even in clubs and stuff like clubs or raves or whatever, people listen to Afrobeats there. So I guess I can see why the UK rappers would jump at it. I mean, UK had Afrobeats before, but then it was like gone for a bit, but then it got revived again. So like this new revival of Afrobeats worldwide, though. So I can see why people are jumping on it. themselves, or like working with, you know, them type of artists as well. I can understand that.
Yeah, man. It's trendy. It's real catchy. So once people gravitate to it, it's a wrap. They making sure they share it with any and everybody, and it gets spread around like wildfire for sure.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what happens. That's what you want to happen too as a artist. You want people to be word of mouth, and of course the era we live in with technology, where people sharing videos and stuff. You want all that to happen. You need all that. It's a
Read
digital age.
Of course, but what some artists as well, that they also have to learn to like basically not overvalue themselves, because you're not gonna get yourself, I understand it's good to value yourself or overvalue yourself. That's fine if you want to yourself, but don't overvalue yourself or overcharge yourself, to other people. It's gonna be making you hard to book though as well. Like, look, you can have a big following though, but who's gonna be really there to pay to actually see you there? And those are the people gonna pay to buy your music and support you like that. Hey, look, you can have support online, but that's different though. you know so that's why, some of these guys, the university circuit type of thing, where people just go over there to perform and stuff like that, to be careful how much you charge, though, because them unions, though, as well, though, will be like, nah, I don't think we can actually book them there, though. Because some artists, though, are basically delusional, They're basically thinking, like, oh, look, I got this big following, but basically,
Yeah, it can be really all an illusion for sure. People fixing numbers, fixing award shows, like all that stuff. Can be an
mm,
illusion. But that's why I say it's just important though. If it's something you're gonna do, man, just make sure that's something you want to do. That songs you want to write. So it makes the whole process that much easier. Besides trying to do it for other people, it just won't work.
I also think as well, though, as well, like, the reason why I said some artists are delusional, because they have like big numbers, even if it's organic numbers, big numbers. Though some artists just basically overcharge themselves, though. Like basically, they'll set their price. They'll give them expensive price, though, like a high price. Like, okay, look, I understand you have this much followers, but also you have to understand how many people are gonna be there to support you, like pay to see you. Like basically, don't charge too much money, because that's gonna be your downfall. Because look, some of these guys, though, they have big numbers. Though, even if it's organic, though, they're just only there to support your social media, not really there to support your music like that. Some artists, though, some artists are like, when I say delusional, though, that's kind of what I meant, though, in a way, because some people like to live in their own delusion.
Yeah, that is true too. That is true as well. That is most certainly true. Hold on. I was looking for something. Oh yeah, there we go. Shouts out to everybody that's watching right now. Oh yeah, shouts out to everybody that's jumping in and out of the live stream. Shouts out to y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Shouts out to the new subscribers. Shouts out to the current subscribers.
Yeah.
One chill
Also, I hope
Wednesday.
you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Just remember not to take any offense to what we say. This is my perspective, and don't take any offense to this. This is just what I think as well, and what is real honest though as well. But if you actually like what you like, that's up to you. I respect that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed though.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for the most part, my audience, they have their own mind. They have their
Yeah.
own thoughts, and that's the way it should be. A person shouldn't hear people having a conversation and assume that's the overall synopsis of what both of them think when that's not the case. The
Mm-hmm.
actual case is the actual case is that you getting your thought across. Even if it's a difference of opinion, you still having a conversation, and it's still respectful. And if it's still you know if both people still seeing it two different ways, then you just gotta respectfully agree to disagree. It just is what it
Of
is.
course, of course. Yeah, I get it. Like, for example, when I mentioned UK Gram as well, look, I love UK Gram, but I have to be really, really honest though on like some of the issues they have. And I'm still gonna support, and I'm always gonna love the arts, and I'll always help them out no matter what though. Just have to be really honest on how other people view it though. Like for me, I don't feel like that though. However, I can see their perspective why 80% of the UK think Gram is dead. Because like some of them know, like basically it's not just the beat, the vibe, or the culture or anything. It's just basically a youth movement, a lack of a youth movement. Because like, if you want a culture to keep going, you have to understand that you have to bring younger people in to keep it going. Because the newer generation will not connect with like basically, someone, my type of age or your type of age. You know what I mean? Because younger people have different tastes and different type of thing.
Oh, most certainly, I agree with that. The youth today is different, but they still a listen though.
Of
They'll
course, they're
still
listening.
listen. You
I'm
just
not
have to
gonna
be
deny
able
that,
to
but I'm just saying
make things
what they go
relatable to
through.
them. But they'll still listen. They'll still you know hear what you have to say. They're still
Yeah.
impressionable.
Of course, I ain't denying that, but I'm just saying how I'm just understanding how some of them view that. I'm not gonna deny some people young. I'm not gonna deny that though. What you said is so true. I ain't denying that. And I'm not really applying it to all of them. Like to them, I sound like an older head and stuff like that. Like basically someone who's too nah, man. I understand. I just basically understand. How you think. Like some people, some younger people, I can understand why they don't connect with gun because it's a lack of a youth movement. Okay, look, you get some of the top major artists who will still keep it going as much as possible. You got younger guys who keep going. You still got the OGs. It's just that basically in the mainstream there needs to be a newer, younger name. So basically the sound will keep going. That's kind of like their problem as well sometimes though. And how basically how they view it. Because sometimes though, you know what it is though, perception is reality though. To some people, if they perceive something like that though, it's not always the case, but you know what I mean? Some people, how people perceive certain things, it's gonna affect your reality. So how people perceive certain things, that's how it's gonna be though. Doesn't have to be always the case, but that's just how I feel it is though sometimes though. How people perceive, this a certain sound and stuff like that. People listen and if you love it, you love it. But that's just how it is though. You know?
Yeah, yeah. It always goes back to self, and what you will go for and what you won't go for. So, it definitely goes back
Mm,
to self every time.
yeah.
Definitely, definitely. And shouts out to everybody that's been, watching the live stream, watching the channel. Thank you for all the support too. I want to take time for every live stream just to thank you all. The channel is growing in a great direction, and I appreciate all the support. Everybody watching the playback, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. It just all means a great deal to me. And thank you, for making this all possible with a view or a donation. It just really means a lot. So thank you all. And we just chilling out. Just
Mhm.
chilling out right now.
Yeah, I get it though. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's just how I view it though, as well. That's like basically Tef does as well. Tef is like, if young Tef as well with him, if that's how he kind of views things as well. With me, that's just how I kind of view it. To be honest though, that's how I feel. Look, as much as I love something, at the same time I have to keep it honest and keep it real as well. Because even Skepta himself acknowledges the issues and problems that goes on in crime as well. Even Gets though says though, look, these are your this is the problem and issues you guys have though. As much as they love it, they also acknowledge the issue and the problem that the scene has as well. Like, you know, because if some of the younger guys, they want to be creative and they want to do gram as well, but then you get some of those the lowest level, very low in the scene though, nobody knows them, and they like literally failed MCs though, who literally are bitter and they're mad and they do podcasts and they have they're 30 to 40 years old and they have children as well, and they're just hating on the youth as well, speaking down on them and draining energy. And some of these younger guys, they'll just do it and eventually they'll keep fine, but eventually it gets tiring with them. They get so tired to the point where they're like, I don't want to be in gram anymore, I just go to hip hop instead, because at least there I could just basically do what I need to do.
Yeah, and being that that's what actually happens. They just made an adjustment and actually ended up being able to use one genre into another one, making a whole different sound. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I actually do acknowledge that's kind of a problem sometimes, because look, you get some older guys as well who will kind of make it difficult for the whole sound to progress forward, because some people are stuck in the past. Like, okay, there's no problem though keeping your foundation and how you used to do things back in the day, but you also have to understand and adapt to the cultural climate of how people view things. Though, if you want to keep what worked back in the day, do that though, and the way production is, the beat, everything fine, but at least like be a little creative as well.
Definitely got to be creative. I was just talking about that earlier. You definitely have to be creative. Creativity equals enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely be a creative. It's important. We all got free will, so we should exercise that. It always goes back to that, y'all.
Yeah, I agree though. So basically, there's this guy in the UK named Lancey Foe, and with him, he's taken over the UK underground with a different type of sound now, basically. Like, he has this alternative rap style where he has this rock star type like image. It's kind of like that Playboy Cardi type of thing, but Lancey does his own way of doing it though. And with him, it's like he stands out though in the UK underground now with being the alternative style. And with him, he's doing something that no one else is doing, because Lancey is basically like experimental and he does what he needs to do. That's why I see UK Underground, he's taken over though. I mean, I don't see Lancey becoming mainstream. It's not I don't want him to be, but I can understand why he won't go mainstream, because that's just how it is.
Yeah, new artists on the rise, but I'm pretty sure he got people in his corner that'll be able to help him navigate through his
Mm-hmm.
career and stuff. I definitely believe that. But yeah, man, I'm about to probably close this out soon, young Riaz. I definitely appreciate you pulling up on the panel, bro. Anything you
Okay,
want to
no
let the people
problem.
know?
Okay, so basically, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation between me and also Dub as well. And also, just know, don't take any offense to what I say or what the host says as well. We're just basically saying what we're thinking as well. And pretty much, if possible, check my video out today. And okay, thanks for watching. I'm gonna drop now. Bye.
Shouts out to young Riaz. That was Young Riaz in the building.
Factuals.
And shouts out to Young Riaz.
Factuals.
Appreciate you pulling up, Young Riaz, and giving your insight on, your thoughts about the music game and your genres of music you listen to as well. Appreciate the references and stuff. Definitely check out those artists. And shouts out to everybody that's been pulling up to the live stream too. This live stream is for y'all. And like Riaz said, hope you enjoy the content. Yeah, definitely hope y'all enjoying the content. CapCut is not banned. Shh. They finally lift the ban off of CapCut. That's how I was able to edit that video today and put that out for y'all. And I didn't even think about it. I just went and started shooting on my camera, and then I wasn't even thinking about CapCut being banned still. So when it came time to edit, I was like, yo, is CapCut banned still? And it let me through, so I was like, all right, they lifted the ban. Because I didn't understand, why was CapCut banned? It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, we on deck as far as CapCut. So it's on. Shouts out again to all the supporters that's been watching the videos, sharing the videos, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate everyone's subscription. It means a great deal. It's the growth of the channel is good, like I told y'all before, and I'm just appreciative of everybody that's been showing love and showing support. The channel is growing. It's definitely growing. Oh, CapCut is directly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's directly connected to TikTok. That's crazy. They got a crazy duo right there. CapCut and TikTok. That's a crazy duo. But yeah, CapCut being one of my favorite programs that I actually like to use. I was like, man, they gotta bring CapCut back. They can't do me like that. They gotta bring CapCut back. Yeah, they can't do me like that. But I'm glad it's back. Definitely glad it's back. Cause I was sitting here like, man, I'm not trying to sit up here and edit videos from the phone. Even though the time it would take even more time to edit on the phone, but I definitely won't try to do that. I wouldn't have mind doing it, but I definitely wasn't trying to do that. Definitely wasn't. But I'm glad CapCut is back, because that's the go-to, like I said in the video. Shouts out to everybody that's been watching the videos. Again, subscribe to my music YouTube channel. Steph is Dope. STEFFISDOPE. I just dropped a new video on that channel. So just promoting it. Using this live stream to promo it. Make sure you subscribe up to my other main channel, Oh So Dope Live. OHSODOPELIVE. Oh So Dope Live, my main channel. Well, we got some great content on the way coming to that channel as well. And of course, if you're watching me right now, you're on the OSD Live Reloaded channel, which I love the growth of this channel and everybody that's been showing support. So thank you. Really appreciate that. Shouts out to everybody that pulled up to this live stream and showed love. I'll probably be back later on. It all depends. Depends on how I feel. We'll see. But thank you again to everybody that's been hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate your subscription. Share this video, share the channel. This is OSD Live Reloaded with another live stream. Thank you again. And until next time, gone.
when I ride. Yeah, yeah, I get high, so high when I ride. Oh, when I ride, and I get high.
Ooh, ain't nothing like them late night cruises, that's factual. I got my lighter trying to see what this pack can do. Packy out, purple punch in the bag. I wrote to this song for you to spark to. Heavyweight smoke title in the rafters. A stendo filled with vegetables from the pastures of Thailand. Get high, man, these will tie you in the clouds in the sky, man. So high, I put my mind at ease. R.I.P. Gary, cause we still puffin' on cheese. I keep it so without wow, that's on G's. Mason jar filled with high grade premium trees. Kush fragrance, layered with Tom Ford cologne. Keep them negative vibes over there, cause I don't condone none of that fuck shit. Right, you little fucking bird. All I need is cold Perrier and purple herb. Shit, we totin' on that potent, and you know there's vegetables that I'm rolling. Let's go scrolling up to the spaceship on a trip. Blue chips on at the moment. Puff puff, don't pass, cause everybody got their own spliffs. Factuals. That bomb, that lime, goddamn, that Cali cake. Ooh, she be pulling so good that you gotta look at her. Right. Sincere face like Mary, yes you do matter. Got my animal cookies, I'm so lit. Word to my name, motherfucker, I'm on my shit. Jerry Payton, Animal Mints, and Larry Bird. All-star pack of legendary purple herb. Ooh, what's the word? Let's get to the cream. Never mind them clowns, their whole lives are damn mean. Baby, I'm puffin', puffin', that 93 pack puffin', puffin'. Yeah, I need
when
that.
When I ride,
I told you I'm the modern day Roy Ayers, 757 in my veins. Virginia player attributes maxed out like cheat codes. You niggas dusty, you look dirty when you wear clean clothes. Timepiece from my pops, he passed it down to me. It's in fact an artifact, he made sure I had the memories, cause the times we living in really something else. That's why I strive to make an impact while staying true to self. I'm back in rapper mode, I think that I'm snapping dough. It's a new era where these hoe niggas cap the most. Stay away from parasites, they always need a host. Keep an eye on enemies and keep your family close. So 70s, right with the melodies. This is just a document for my legacy. 1000 money post to make money, stack your cheddar cheese. You dig my literature, I'm sharing my philosophies. I don't know who he was, but he resembled Kevin Costner. He told me if I ever go to Maine, try the lobster. Maybe I will. I'd rather try that than to try to eat tilapia. Right, if you eat that, I'm not knocking you. I'm not, it's just not for me though. 4-piece special from the feathers, always a clutch. To have a strong rapport with someone, it requires some trust. Meaning, you need to be who you say you are. I'll never have that problem. I play 6 degrees of Stephen Daly, cause I don't know who these days. The way life setup is puzzling, shaped into a maze.
Factuals.
Volume 35, I'm playing Frankie Bevan Mays.
Factuals.
I can't remember the last time I watched the VMAs or BET Awards. It's about the art. I still haven't mastered the game of darts. At this point, it's easy crafting life into a lot of bars. The scars remind you where you've been and how you travel far. They try to kick it like I do, but they can't fool. Home is where the heart is, then mine's the Alcazar. Minnesota Vikings helmet color broccoli. Steph is dope flow, don't forget the apostrophe. Baby in them Crocs, echo clogs. It's good practice cause she comfy and she coolin' like she oughta be. Love, if it's chicken to be made, let's get the collard greens. Destroy this beat in small fragments, I mean smithereens. I dislike your music like I hate those onion rings. I couldn't listen cause every second I was suffering.
Factuals.
You don't believe that shit you write, I find that troubling.
Factuals.
Making ends off what you love is a dub to me. Ooh.